Hello, welcome back to another video. For you guys who don't know me or are not subscribed to the channel, my name is Cyril. I actually run a plant Instagram page called Cyril Cybernated. I can't even say my own name or username. Anyways, so if this is your first time, I usually post about plant related content. Every now and then I would post about decor, styling, and such. But today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I always post my Christmas tree anyways every year on my Instagram. However, this year, just like last year, I'm also documenting myself on how I come up with the current year's Christmas decoration. So the thought process for this year is use up or upcycle or just reuse a lot of my fall decor, because for this year I just really went crazy with all the pampas, all the dried floral and the leaves, and I still want to incorporate that on my Christmas tree. Another thing that's different this year is we actually got a new Christmas tree. It's a bit taller from the previous one and it's way nicer. It's actually a 7-foot tree from a company called King of Christmas. They were generous enough to send me one of their flock trees and I'm gonna unbox that in a while. Another thing is I'll probably have to get my old decor. I already have like a plan on my mind what I'm gonna do, but it mainly involves a lot of like organic bohemian texture. So I think it's kind of a bit different. I'm leaning towards woodland because I got new ornaments that are made of natural materials. The color palette is also natural. A little bit of boho because I do still want to continue with the light wood, airy, carefree kind of mood, and still incorporate a lot of metallic, so maybe a little bit of glam because that's what the existing or recurring theme of our ornaments anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel because that will really help a lot. Like and comment, and I hope you enjoy the process because I'm just gonna go as I go, I guess. So yeah, continue on watching. Okay, and just like last year, Monsoon is here to do a cameo appearance. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I only placed part A and part B and I connected the lights. And this is this is how much flocking fell off so far. The thing is, with flock trees, you are expecting them to have a lot of fallouts, I guess. But this one didn't have as much, so which is good. I really love the detail. And so far it's looking really good. I love this one. Is pre-lit, so it does come with a lot of light. I think this one's like 500 lights already, and I love it. I love that it's like a slim tree because we only have this space actually to have a Christmas tree. I'm keeping the mirror so that it'll continue to bounce off the light, and I'm really loving the size. It's just really perfect as I envisioned it from the website. So yeah, my two little helpers are not really that helpful, but we're gonna continue with the top part. And I always add more lights to make it more fun. I am gonna install a smart plug so I can control everything on my phone though. But this feature is really helpful, the push button. And you could also change the configuration of the lights already, which is really good. I don't know if my smart plug will work with this one, but I think it will. So Storm finally made an appearance as well on the video. And yeah, this is what we have so far. Let's continue. So we're just gonna add 200 more lights on the existing 500 so it'll be 700, I think. Because I think that a really beautiful Christmas tree is made up of a bajillions of lights. So it'll add more X factor to your Christmas tree if you add more lights. This one is already pre-lit, so I don't have to go batshit crazy on this one. So yeah. Actually, I just realized that it came with gloves, but I don't really want or need the gloves, but it looks fancy. So if you know, you want to flock and keep your outfit clean, but I don't really mind. I love getting dirty. So I did move it where I intentionally wanted it to be. Let me just back up a little bit. So yeah, this is literally the only space that I could decorate because this one's preoccupied. So now I notice some difference in the warmth of the lights, but as long as you could like blend them together, plus with the ornaments and decor, they would still look seamless. So let's just fluff it up some more and fix the light situation. Next step is adding ribbons. So I'm gonna use 3 different types of ribbons. I'm gonna use a pod gold one. This one is a gold meshy glittery one. And this one is a flock chicken wire metallic white situation. So the more textures you introduce to your tree, it will add more interest. And I'm just gonna layer this up and do clumps and then scrolls on different sides of the tree. Okay, here's an update. So what I did was just put on all those 3 different types of ribbons. So what I did was like alternate them on the tree. What I did with the top part was I didn't have enough, or I didn't have a lot of this meshy one, so I just wanted it to be like a center, well, topping kind of. And like on this side, this is another technique. You could just like clump them into like circles and then drape them a little bit, and then you could do a little bit of clumping again, and you could just alternate that, or just like strategically but randomly place them to create symmetry and balance on your tree. Well, definitely if that's what you're aiming for. Make sure they're not super tight, because you don't want to make it look like your tree is choking because of the ribbon. So as you go along, feel free to like adjust and also like move ribbons around, because apparently when you add more picks, and that's our actual next step, I think I'm actually going to add some more ribbons later, but only after I put my picks and my decorative items. So far, here's what we have. And flock report, there's not a lot, just more glitter actually because of the ribbons, but so far this is how it looks. My next step is actually adding picks. Now, based on my experience and what I see or notice that are beautiful, is that if you add different textures. So for this year, what I'm gonna use differently, or what I'm adding, is actually I'm carrying over all these fall decor of mine. This is like dried sun leaf. This is a bleached ruscus leaf, and this is of course the pampas grass. I'm just gonna combine them with all the different picks that I have. Someone's having a lot of fun. And I'll just do like groupings to create interest. I only have 5 of these, so I will just evenly distribute them. Ideally, if you have a 6 or 7 foot tree, you should have like 6 or 7 per foot to make it like balanced, but I only have 5, so I'll make it work. And I'll show you what I'll be doing. Okay, so I only placed a few picks so far. The ruscus, the sun leaf, and the pampas grass. And I'm really loving the texture and movement that the pampas grass is adding. Now I think I'll really order some more of these sun leaves, or I think I'll be okay because they do add that warmth that I needed on the tree, because I don't want it to look too white and just, you know, basic. I wanted it to have this warmth and texture and some boho feels, and I'm really loving it. I think I'll add some more pampas grass, especially on the backside, because other than your main picks, by the way, I did not like wire them together. Usually it's easier that way, because you know, I still like to move things around, and that's gonna do for now. But I'm really loving it. Most people, by the way, they always start with like their tree topper, but for me, I want to get like what the entire sense of the tree will be at first. The topper is not like the main determining factor for me. It's usually just the body, and then the topper is something that will accentuate or will be the primary focus, but I usually don't start with the topper. So far so good. I'm satisfied. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add some what I call our secondary picks. Now for this one, I have some of these frosted ferns that are white. I'm gonna add, well, I only have 2 of these golden berries, and then I'll add this champagne swirly thing to add some interest, and maybe some of these golden glittery palmy thing. So what I'll do is I'll actually like the longest one you could use to wire or clamp them together, so it's easier, and actually it's gonna look neater, and you won't be too worried about the pick falling off or something, and then you could like slowly arrange it. Since I'm gonna put all of these like facing downwards, because I didn't want them to like stick out in a very distracting manner, I'm just gonna pre-position everything like it would look how it is, you know, I'm gonna hang. And to add interest, I already have these old ribbons that I pre-cut. And if you noticed earlier, I don't cut the bigger ribbons anymore because I always change my mind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just probably gonna make some bow 3 loops or something, and then put it on this one to add some more interest. I guess I'm just gonna usually just like loop them like this, and then I will tie them somewhere in as part of the mix, and then just loosen them up, or like in my case, because these ones are like older ribbons and I've done a lot with them already in the past. It takes a while to like make them look as if they weren't like used for like a bajillion years. So maybe just like arrange them like this, and then you could stick them to your tree. Now wiring them together will also make it easier for you. So I have one here, one here, one here, so maybe I'll put this one somewhere here in the middle to add some more interest. And you just have to fix it up. And we'll do the same thing with the rest. So I felt like if it's just the leaf, it needs something to tie it. So I had 3 of these. So I'm just gonna put them in front of the dried sun leaf to, you know, make it look like it's like a clump, and it looks more tied together. And I've also added some of these fireworks looking kind of thing And here, you know, I'm trying to like still showcase that to make sure that they are highlighted but also looking intentional, you know. So see how different textures and layers would really make your tree interesting. For me, even as simple as this one, it's already looking so good even without the ornaments yet. But I'm even gonna have or add some more of my garlands. Now from last year's decor, I had a lot of these berries in white because my tree wasn't flocked. Now that my tree is flocked, and I don't want to flock it up some more, I will not use the white ones. Instead, I'm thinking of doing like a wreath situation here where the white berries instead. That wreath that I already have is not flocked, so adding my already existing white berries and such will, you know, make them look tied together and make that other greenery more intentional. Oh no, not really intentional, but matching this already flocked tree. Okay, here's an update. So I've had these preserved amaranthus in copper orange color, and I thought that the tree was looking super pale before that, so I added those just, you know, to go with the dried flowers theme, woodland thingy majiggy. I've also added these garlands. These are actually like metallic crystally garlands, so that's gonna go with the glam theme, I guess. I've already added these like horn picks to go with the woodland thing that I want to go with. And yeah, I really think that I'll need some more like darker terracotta orange accents to add more depth into the tree. Otherwise, it's just gonna look like super plain. So I did install my lights last night here, and I used to have them on like draping over there, but I feel like it's gonna be super tight. So I just added those over there. I'm gonna take this one out. I started actually getting the dried flowers and put them in my tree. I'll put a wreath over there as discussed earlier, and so far I'm really satisfied. What I'm just gonna do is I will be adding the ornaments in a while, and I think that's what we're gonna go for so far. Oh yeah, one more thing. I added more white berries at the top. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with the topper situation just yet, but so far I'm okay with this looking like this. So I used to like put a Christmas star, but I think that star is like very bright white light, so it's not gonna go with all the warm lights going on the tree, so should be okay. They're not even the same actually, so I'll see what I can do with that. Okay, so after all the picks and the sticks, we're gonna proceed with putting our specialty ornaments. So this year, my friends over at Lika, which is a Filipino brand, I'm gonna link them down below, they came up with this natural material ornament. So this one, I think, is a cute squirrel. This one is a penguin. This one is a raccoon. This one's a heron. And this one is a puppers. So yeah, these guys are the only new ornaments that I've gotten myself so far. And if you want to get some, you can use code Cyril15. That will give you a discount, and that's an affiliate program. But these are the cutest, and they're really well made. So I'm glad to add them on my ornaments collection. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, we did try to go on a very detailed process, but it's always a matter of experimentation. What looks good for you. You could always play around. I'm pretty sure that my Christmas tree will go through a lot of changes until Christmas or even after Christmas. So yeah, I hope that it somehow helped you, give you an idea, I guess, on how I would do my Christmas tree, what I've learned through the years, and give you some inspo. So please do subscribe if you like this content, like the video, comment, and maybe we could exchange some ideas about your Christmas tree inspos for this year. And if you're not following me on Instagram, it's Cyril Cybernated, and I post daily over there. Thank you.